Then let us go for the next concept, that is availability of a open system. So here also, when we talk about availability of a open system, so let us consider there is a pipe like this in which certain amount of fluid is flowing. So there is certain fluid flowing inside the pipe. Now to discuss about this availability, first of all let us consider a control volume here. So this is the control volume that we have considered. Now try to understand that here the datum line or the reference line is at some distance like this. Now this is Z1 and this is Z2. Now here the pressure at point 1 is P1, volume is V1, temperature is T1, internal energy is U1, entropy is S1. At point 2 pressure is P2, volume is V2, temperature T2, internal energy U2, entropy S2, and you can consider velocity as C1 here and velocity as C2 here. Now if we have to discuss about availability of open system, we need to consider that this system or the control volume that we have considered is coming in equilibrium with the surrounding environment, which is at temperature T0. So from this surrounding environment T0, if we supply certain amount of heat Q120, that means this system is reaching a dead state. So that means if the system has to reach dead state, the meaning is that the velocity corresponding to that dead state must be 0. Then the head will be 0. Here pressure at the dead state will be P0, temperature at the dead state will be T0, and entropy at the dead state is S0. See here we are not considering the second conditions here. See, if we have to consider availability of open system, we need to take that the system is coming in equilibrium with the surrounding environment and is reaching a dead state. So the meaning of dead state is, at the dead state there will be no kinetic energy, there will be no potential energy. The pressure will be the surrounding environment pressure and the temperature will be the surrounding ambient temperature. And entropy we have considered it as S0, internal energy as U0. And we know that here we are going to get enthalpy H is equal to U plus PV. So from this, at the initial condition enthalpy is H1 and after reaching the dead state enthalpy is H0. In this particular case, if we apply simply the steady flow energy equation here, so the steady flow energy equation will be U1 plus P1 V1 plus C1 square by 2 plus GZ1 plus the amount of heat supplied from the surrounding environment to reach the dead state. So that is Q120, heat transferred from the surrounding environment in order to reach the dead state. This will be equal to U0 plus P0 V0 plus, here there will be no kinetic energy and no potential energy corresponding to the dead state, and we will have work output, and this work output is nothing but the maximum possible work output, because the system is coming in interaction with the surrounding environment and is reaching a dead state. So this U plus PV you can write it as H1 and you can write this as C1 square by 2 plus GZ1 plus Q120. This is equal to, this is H0 plus maximum possible work. So the maximum possible work output will be H1 minus H0 here plus C1 square by 2 plus GZ1 plus the amount of heat added. So this amount of heat added can be written like this: H1 minus H0 plus C1 square by 2 plus GZ1 plus T0 into S0 minus S1. So why we have written Q120 as T0 into S0 minus S1 is, see here this system is coming in interaction with the surrounding environment and is reaching a dead state. That means the system is coming in equilibrium with the surrounding environment temperature. So that's why we are taking the temperature as T0 here. Now from this we can write maximum possible work as H1 minus T0 S1 minus H0 minus T0 S0 plus C1 square by 2 plus GZ1. See, this is the formula for the maximum possible work output that we need to consider here. Now this term H minus Ts, we call this as G, which is nothing but the Gibbs function. So H minus Ts is nothing but the Gibbs function G. Try to understand this carefully. Now here H minus T0 into S plus C square by 2 plus GZ, this is called psi, which is called the steady flow availability function. Which is called psi. This is the steady flow availability function. So we can write this W max as psi 1 minus psi 0. Here psi 1 will be H1 minus T0 S1 plus C1 square by 2 plus GZ1, and psi 0 will be H0 minus T0 S0 plus C0 square by 2 plus G into Z0, where C0 is equal to 0 and Z0 is equal to 0. So this is the steady flow availability function here, and maximum possible work is psi 1 minus psi 0 here. So try to understand here carefully. See, this doesn't mean that there is no second condition. The second condition exists. At any point you can find the work output, but in order to get the maximum possible work output, what you need to understand is the system should come in interaction with the surrounding environment and should reach a dead state. Then only we are going to get the maximum possible work output. So when it is reaching the dead state, the conditions are: at the dead state there will be no potential energy and no kinetic energy, and the pressure and temperature are nothing but P0 and T0 at the dead state. That means the surrounding environment pressure and temperature.